Yo? All right. Well, look, I just wanted to make sure I had the right one. You know what? The title of this live is Updates, Rants YSL. But I feel like I can't get to YSL without addressing some of these rants or giving some updates. So let me do this for editing purposes because there's some things I need to say. Mm, mm.
Psst, I see dead people. Hey, monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a freak throw, man down, call like Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walk him down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pole on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1.
All right, y'all. It's about to get real. This channel is intended for a mature audience and may not be suitable for children. It contains themes, language, and situations that may be inappropriate for young viewers. Basically, don't watch this with your kids around. Viewer discretion is advised.
All right, y'all. Look, I ain't gonna hold y'all because I really don't want to take too much time on the bullshit to get to what I've been telling myself for the last few weeks I'm gonna start doing. And yeah, this week is gonna be crazy. So let's start with some updates, right? This week is a little bit crazy for me. My niece is graduating kindergarten. Salute to Booby. She's graduating kindergarten, so I'm not gonna have all the time in the world this week. It's my free time is getting cut up. So what I'm trying to do by being live now is cut up, these little few hours that I have and try to compact it and do the most with it. But let me just say I am working on some more visual effects. Hey Clip, I see you. I am working on some more visuals to go with the channel, and hopefully I can have that up and running by the next time I decide to go live if I get some more time this week to do so. Um, your girl's trying, and a lot of times, and that's going to lead into these rants, a lot of time when you trying, there's going to be a little bit of pushback. And I've already said that I don't want my channel to be strictly battle rap based, but I can't hide the fact that I like battle rap. So every once in a while, battle rap is going to be tied into something at some point. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's not. That's just not going to be the primary focus. Don't get it twisted. I've been watching. I've been watching. I've been seeing some things. You know, what I'm saying I see a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of picking and choosing, a lot of back and forth on how we feel. You know, Twin had his event this weekend, and all things considering, it was a decent event. I also see the chat do what the chat do, and then I also see when the panel starts relaying some of them sentiments that the chat is having, it turns into, oh, it's unprofessional. It's uh, now it's a problem. It was cool when y'all was saying it, but when the panel says it, it's an issue. And I can't remember a time where we had a back and forth that went so much on the panel that we overlooked the battles. I've never seen a panel be the topic of conversation. Now that's different. Now because you know what I'm saying, I haven't really went back to go to a second watch, but I've been watching in other people because I didn't want to add in my own little commentary. I didn't want to take away from how people felt. I didn't want to I didn't want to be, you know, the next crash out and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody said what they said. And a lot of things leading up to this event, um, it sparked a lot of conversations. Who am I to say some shit on a panel, I mean, or on another chat or whatever said panel is having these topics of conversation? People reading, lack of promotion, expecting everything but giving us nothing, and then putting people on high pedestals and stuff. Who am I to have partake in those type of conversations and then can't tell the people when they up there and I have all opportunity to say what I feel and I don't give it back to them. Now, yes, could we have been a little bit more uh, diluted? Yes, absolutely. But I don't see nothing fake about people saying how they feel. And let me make it clear, Smoke wanted the event to be under 2 hours. Again, he wanted the event to be under 2 hours. He didn't want us spending so much time having dialogues about the event. He wanted it to be back to back to back to back to back. That's why there was no bar breakdowns. Smoke has all intention of using his content to make more content and giving a bar breakdown on Smoke Sundays. But he had stated prior to it, he did not want it to be he didn't want this to be a 4 hour event, an hour and a half of it being commentary on the battles that we just heard. He kind of wanted it to just go through. He also made it clear at the beginning of the battle, of the event, that we were not judging. So if we're not judging, you say how you feel, you keep it moving. But it was never really meant to be a judged situation. And I feel like that may be what people get misconstrued. A part of saying how you feel about the event, you're going to call it how you feel it, but nobody was official judges. Nobody was set to be, you know, what they say is law. Forgive y'all. I'm trying to do a couple things at once right now. I'm trying to unwind before I go to work. Um, let's see some other things that I did notice. Nobody who was set to host the event was expected to be professionals. We were just rotating faces from the regular faces that we always see. And there may be some questions as to why I was up there at all, right? Why would she even be up there telling people to do better but not pinpoint? I did pinpoint. I said y'all need to do better with y'all promotion, and I stand on that. Three of the battlers did any type of promotion, and I think that everybody should do better with promotion. I wasn't giving my opinion on the battle. Hey, twin. I wasn't giving my opinion on the battle because I was not up there to be a commentator or wasn't up there to be an expert in the event. How I feel about the performance, I said, I believe I said it the day before, because we had such a lack of promotion. I would hope everybody was in their hyperbolic chamber and they're about to give us one of the best shows we done ever seen, because there's no excuse to not promote something that only brings light to you. So to not get overwhelmingly dope battles, we got good battles, we got decent battles, but to not get um, some of the best performances based off of the lack of promotion, like I felt like I was giving y'all a way out. They ain't promoting because they about to give us the best shit we done ever heard. But then I hear people say it was scrimmages. Like it didn't really matter. It was just like a showcase. It was scrimmage. That's insulting. But who am I to give more of a fuck than you? I was not up there to be a judge. And Twin is just saying it. And there was a comment that was made when I made this live. Twin says, thank you for producing the entire show. You're welcome, Twin. Rapper Stone later came in and said, I know your apology. I didn't know you spent time on the graphics. I did. I was up there because I put a lot of effort into making a visual presentation of an event. I spent a lot of time doing that. I was up there to see my work get done, and this card that was built and just wanting to contribute. You know, people like to say, you don't bring nothing to the culture. You're just a panel person to come up there checking niggas left and right. No. What do I bring to the culture? Trying to do things a little bit different. There was there was a format created, a template created, but the template always has room to progress. You don't have to follow the same template. You can do things a little bit different to add your own little oomph into it. That was my first time doing it. And it wasn't meant to be something that was overshadowed by the event itself, which is why it wasn't really got into. You know, nobody said, oh, yeah, well, let's give Blue her flowers for the amazing fucking graphics. Didn't want that. Wanted to have a good show. Wanted it to be a clean show. Wanted to be something other people could look at and say, yeah, other people do have some type of talents, and we can showcase our talents one way or another. And people do contribute. Okay. Some people do contribute in ways outside of just monetary value. But I watched this weekend. Mm, niggas just so ready. Niggas just so ready to have something to say. You ain't even peep it. I watched I watched niggas hop off of the panel, go to other panels and salute Yo Yo for his work. We know that's not Yo Yo's work. Y'all niggas really hopped up there to salute Yo Yo for some shit that he didn't do. Y'all are trained to be yes niggas. It was so much of a this is what we're so used for. It couldn't possibly be anything different. Why is she up there? I didn't pull up on no panels to talk about it. I didn't pull up on no panels to correct it. I let y'all niggas do what the fuck y'all wanted to do. And I saw a lot. And that's okay. At the end of the day, I wanted I wanted um critiques, but more importantly, I want critiques based off of what role I placed myself in. I did not place myself in a commentator, media, judge role. I was support, a part of a team. There is a show, the show must go on, and we got to make it happen. I wish I would have saw some critiques on that, especially when it was stated right out the bat that niggas wasn't judging. Nobody said Blue is a judge. So the sector kind of disappointed me. I ain't gonna hold you. Is this the most unprofessional panel we've seen? No. If we keep it a buck, there's been more cringe worthy type shit that's happened in these virtual battle rap events, to the point where we can't even go back and find them live stream events anymore. They were so cringe from people who do put themselves in judges, owners, uh, battle rappers, or whatever. We have seen niggas hijack the whole live to cuss out motherfuckers on panels. We've seen league owners kick battle rappers off to call them crackheads and shit. That's unprofessional. Saying you need to do better with your promotion is not unprofessional. Saying you didn't like a bar or to say you didn't like the performance, that's not necessarily unprofessional. I'm sure if I was a college communication graduate, I can articulate myself to sound like a professional interviewer 24/7. But believe you me, I am no publicist. I am no journalist. I am no communications major. I don't have my own radio hosting. Um, I don't do none of that. I get up and I talk. I talk shit. Whatever you get is what you get. I saw Evil Twin get bombed on a rant for just simply asking what is it why we gotta train our ears. Is this where the goalpost is being moved to? Training our ears to understand or to accept it? I do believe we did create problems. We created problems. Absolutely have created problems. It's up to y'all niggas if y'all gonna correct them problems. And I say y'all because I don't want to do it no more. Mm-mm. I don't want to do it no more. I will be tuned in. Clip, thank you for reminding me. You're gonna battle. I will be tuned in to see that. Um, and then I'm gonna go back to doing what I want to fucking do. And let me be clear, I don't give a fuck who continues to watch me or not. You got that shit to say on them other panels? My link is pinned. You can come tell me how you feel. Like I said, I wished I would have got critiques on what I really was trying to do. And I didn't hear none of that. And maybe that's because y'all didn't know. Maybe because you didn't know. How many of you chat niggas who stupid niggas deemed to be important enough to keep you on your panels because they don't want to lose supporters, how many of y'all's opinions, not opinions, what did you do to contribute? What did you do to contribute? So if anybody wants to give me some critiques, and not those jabs, but real critiques, I want to do better. Feel free. Because I'm only going to have this portion of my live up while I'm getting in the mood to go ahead and tune into this YSL. But I feel like y'all need y'all segment. So who's going to tell me what the fuck I can improve on? Tell me that. Because I don't know how many times I tell other people when they doing some shit for the first time, there's a leeway I give based off of it being your first time doing shit. Who's going to come up here and give me some constructive criticism to improve myself? Consistency. We want everybody to give benefit of the doubt based off of it being their first time. They're trying to branch out, do something new. Let's talk about it. Let's figure out ways to fix this shit. But when it comes to blue, what? Oh, I'm supposed to be an expert? Spell it. Where is the constructive criticism? Help me be better at things that I be trying to do. How can I get better with the graphics? What could be better about the pre-show? What could be better about these backgrounds, overlays, the rollout of the presentation? Maybe y'all thought it was ass, but because y'all thought Yo-Yo did it, nobody said nothing. I'm asking because I want to get better at things that I'm trying to do. Help me be more productive and contribute something more other than monetary gains to the culture. Blue already said, I'm not media. I'm not a commentator, nor do I ever want to be a judge. So, what did y'all see Saturday that y'all think I could work on to make a more pleasing to the eye production of a show? Because that's why I was there, to make a clean production of a show, not to judge y'all niggas' battles, to which 95% of y'all didn't even know I did. So I was just a random bitch up there. Anybody? Hmm? I appreciate that, twin. And twin, you know as much as I know how stressed the fuck out I was, even trying to put myself in that position to be subject to critiques. It is disheartening to see that my critiques didn't even come from the work that I did. It was based off of what other people thought I should be doing because I was up there. But I also feel like if I don't call it out, if I don't address the shit, if I don't say some shit, it's gonna eat at me, and then I might crash the fuck out. And I'm not trying to crash out. I'm really asking what I would. I'm really asking what can I do better. What did I do, twin? Can I? Can I? People who didn't watch Foot Clan, I see you say you didn't watch Foot Clan. Things that I did that I be wanting critiques on is stuff like this. Hold on, where's it at? Hold on. Things like this.
Oh, oh, oh. I know, baby. Well, that smoke, that's fire.
Stuff like that you would have seen throughout the event. We always have these segments after events, during events, maybe not even during. Let's say let's not be extra. Not during an event, but after event, they'd be talking about everything. We talk about it all. I want to get better. What's wrong with that? Samson Simpson. Nothing's wrong with it, I don't think. But I do feel like people were so fixated on the panels that we couldn't even keep it a buck with the performances from the battle rappers. We always critique everything. And that's what I tuned into this weekend. I tuned in this weekend to see all criticism. I watched all criticism. I made it a point to not comment because fuck, let me not be like that old nigga that did that TMR judge who hopped up there crashing out every time he pulled up. You know what I'm saying? I want to get critiques. I want to hear other people's perspective without my presence swaying anybody's opinions from what they have to say. Maybe that's my fault. Maybe that's where the ball was dropped because I don't think people understood my role. But I was doing something new even now, right? Like I see like my background is not even cut all the way in through, so we're just gonna have to change my background because that's not working for me. Um, I wanted to get more criticism. And I feel like it's almost no point to just keep saying it, asking for something that the people ain't really willing to give. The people ain't really willing to give it. So why keep harping on it? You know what I mean? Maybe it was too fire for critiques. That maybe, but I also beg to differ. If somebody says, "What can I do better?" I can always find something that you can do better. Is it common after a battle that a panel talks about battles? It would be nice to see back to back battles. A fam. So what is common, right? For my presence here and watching events, it is common to have the live stream, and it is common for after the event is over, each of the battles itself gets clipped and edited to be their own individual drops so people can rewatch them or watch them to review on their own without added commentary from panels. The panels is not the biggest factor of this shit. The panels is just a part of the presentation of the show. To exclude to private the live stream where the panel is conversating, that would take away from the flow of the event, which is why I say It is easy for us to say a panel is the most unprofessional panel, most cringeworthy panel, when your live stream isn't even something we can go back and see, especially knowing it coming out of mouths of people who delete their shit. So you can't see what happened. And it's just based off the memory of those who pay attention. You could private it until after all the battles drop, then release your main your the original live stream. But it's common for the battles to be dropped in on their own. But I understand why leaving live streams up of the event is because it allows platforms, because I can't call a lot of y'all niggas media. It allows platforms to go back, review footage, do bar breakdowns, talk about the event, get their sentiments about it. It allows for added promo traffic to come your way. Because if I sit here and I pinpoint one part where I fucking hated it, I have to believe that somebody in my chat is going to say, do I believe what you're saying, or let me go back and watch it for myself? So that's views. Uh, I've been told, and what I know, I come from healthcare, and in healthcare and customer service is kind of the same thing. Sometimes it's not about your response. Sometimes it's just letting the people, the consumer, air out their grievances. Your response ain't really important. Sometimes just letting them get it out, which is why, again, and I say again to know it's a repeat, I let y'all air out what y'all had to say without me intervening, pulling up to panels, trying to spin the narrative, trying to change or persuade anything that motherfuckers is trying to say. But now that the weekend has passed, we done had a few days. Everybody who could be reviewing it has been reviewing it. Let's clear the air. Blue's not a judge. Blue is not battle rap media. Blue is the person who produced the the presentation. What the battlers presented, that was on the battlers. I was 1/3, or maybe 1/4, maybe 1/4, or maybe 1/3 of the overall show. Anybody in the future who would like a different eye on a presentation, you can hit me up. Can you hit me up to be on your panel during your shit? Nah. Believe you me, I stress out enough, and I do the behind the scenes, and I did the mic checks and all that shit to make sure everything that I was presenting to you guys was gonna be smooth. Whether it was 100, no error for critique, no, I wanted to make sure whatever I presented was clean, it was smooth, and it would be one less thing that niggas could hate on. Because we already know at this state right now, niggas is watching other people's shit just to find something that they can hate on. And that's time after time. But let my contribution be something that y'all could talk about. Dangster, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for showing up. Better late than never. I've seen you. I've seen you talking. And I don't fault you for your opinions. But my role was my role. not judging role, not commentator role, not media role, not expert panelist role. Making sure the production of the show went out smooth. Making sure the work that I spent times going to work, getting home at 12 o'clock at night, staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning, fixing and editing and tweaking and rechanging went out smooth. That's why I was up there. To make sure that the work that I did ran smoothly. So now that we established that I gave lectures and I felt like y'all felt like y'all was in the principal's office. What about the work that I actually contribute to this? What do you have to critique about that? That's what I'm saying, twin. They didn't hear you give that caveat in the beginning. You said these are not judged battles. But when we have battle rappers not pulling up to the panel at the time that they supposed to, not pulling up time, in a timely fashion, there is improvisation that needs to be done. So at that point, you can't just say it's a dope battle. But even aside from that, even if it was judged, right? Even if as hosts we're not judges, and how many times have we seen live events of people saying that was a dope battle, that was a dope battle, and the whole chat saying, why the fuck would you say that's a dope battle? Call that shit out. That shit was ass, trash, basuda. So y'all could keep it real, but we can't. Maybe niggas went too far, but y'all could keep it real in the chat, and y'all get mad about the panel keeping that same energy. The panel, I think Trap went live and he played Rio's battle because Rio said he's trying to spin a narrative, he being a hater and all that shit. Trap went live and played back Rio's battle and zoomed in on the comments itself and the shit that the comments is saying. So since when does the comments say this shit is ass, this ain't it, call me when it's over, da 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 da, and then y'all niggas really get mad because the panel said exactly what the chat was saying? I understand that niggas can't be happy one way or another. Niggas just want shit to talk about. That's what I'm starting to see. And that's what the fuck is turning me the fuck off in this shit. If the chat is speaking the same sentiments as the panel, why y'all hating on the panel for saying what y'all niggas in the chat was saying? We're just an echo chamber of what we were seeing. But the panel was the most unprofessional panel that we done seen. But the chat said everything that the panel was saying. Yeah, that's a prime example of niggas wanting their cake and eating it too. Niggas want their commentary on the shit that don't even fucking really matter. Mm, hold on. That's a fact. Again. Not again. Hold on. Let me see. I'm backed up. Hold on. Salute to Yo Yo. Hit the like on your way in. Sub if you new. That's a fact. I don't see nobody new, but we never know who's in the bushes watching. So if you are new, hit the like. This is my battle rap segment of me addressing some shit. Playboy Princess, I see you. A fam, what's up? Samson Simpson, salute. Foot Clan, appreciate you for coming in. Yo, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Who else is in here? Clip, the bomb. I see you, Miss. What's up? If you came in and I can't see you, yeah. I I don't know what more y'all niggas really want. And I'm gonna talk shit about everybody's event, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with everybody's event. I think the last Where There's Smoke There's Fire event we had, it was in person battles. It wasn't even an event for virtual to be watching, for us to be watching on YouTube. It just happened to be Danny saying, can I play it live while y'all do it?" Because it was supposed to be just recorded. That was not a presentation. That was motherfuckers pulling up to just watch the shit. Smoke did a presentation. And for all y'all latecomers, Smoke said earlier, he didn't want it to be a long, drawn out thing. That's why there was no bar to bar breakdowns. That's why you didn't get, mind you, backstream. I saw Twin taking notes, but it was not meant to hold up. He was not trying to turn something that could have been executed in under 2 hours. It wasn't meant to be turned into a 4 hour event just by him breaking down everybody's bars. It wasn't meant to be judges because there was not meant to have no back and forth between what people thought. But when people aren't pulling up to the panel, and all battle rap league owners know, when you give people their timeline, everybody don't show up on time. But for the sake of not being awkward, niggas have to talk. Selves. I don't like that people can't take criticism. It's always about keeping it 100. I think that goes from the same. Um, it's all around. Like I said, I stayed out the way all weekend because I was waiting for some criticisms on my contribution, and I never got it. I never got criticism on my contribution. Instead, what I got was what kind of clothes I was wearing. Um, Me telling people they need to be more prepared. Yes, that's a fact. You need to be prepared. Y'all need to be prepared. Y'all need to be promoting. Y'all can do better. But what was the criticism on the work? Niggas got spoiled with the breakdowns. That's a fact, miss. People did get spoiled with the breakdowns. And people also didn't know that Twin was never going to do that on that stream because he also has a platform that he runs on the weekends where he did want to have a chance to break down the bars. That was not in the plan. The plan was to let the battlers pull up when they supposed to. They see the next battler perform. You pull up, be backstream, ready so we could keep this shit going. But when niggas don't show up on time, then everybody got to start over communicating. Now we're winging it. Now we're deviating from the plan. And deviations happen all the time. And again, when was the last time a quote unquote value chat nigga contributed to the production of an event? I felt like that was something different for me too. Maybe some may or may not see me relevant, you know, whatever. But there was a contribution to the event, whether y'all knew it or not. Hey, BA, thank you for pulling up. There was a contribution to the event. I contributed waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, getting my daughter ready, getting ready for work, going to work all day, driving home, laying in bed, working on graphics all night before I even go to sleep so I can get 3 hours of sleep. I was bugging last 2 weeks trying to put shit together. outside of just being a quote unquote chat nigga with an opinion. Did y'all like it? It wasn't 100. It wasn't perfect, but I could show you at least three different type of ways I was trying to edit myself without input, without even spilling the beans and saying this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying. What did you contribute? What chat nigga contributed outside of a cash app to donate? And I'm not minimizing cash app donations, but I've also seen throughout the years people could take your money for this event to help pay off people and show appreciation for the talent. But what talent benefits the overall presentation of what you're throwing out there? What chat nigga do any of that type of contribution to sit there and take the time? I understand why Yo-Yo be freaking the fuck out. Trying to re-innovate yourself and push yourself further is a hard thing to do. Unlocking that creativity in yourself when you don't even consider yourself to be that type of creative person is hard. It's not easy. Where is the watch and critiquing that, the work? Niggas don't want to critique the work. They want to try to critique me to make me pull up and crash the fuck out. Salute to the people who knew, who reassured, kept me level minded, because I really did want to give people the chance to say what they want to say. I feel like y'all got a chance to say what y'all wanted to say. And I'm gonna say what I fuck I want to say without bombing on anybody. But just know we could definitely have the most unpopular or most unprofessional moments in battle and virtual battle rap history if we really wanted to. Well, we can have a compilation of that. Some of these battles was good. Some of these battles were not good. Getting deeper into the stories of what happened and what the play out, what the rollout was for a lot of shit, I understand. It still doesn't take away from the fact that there was still a production to be had. Y'all niggas don't know what the fuck I go through. I still had to make sure 20 minutes prior that glitches or kinks in some shit that was already given had to be corrected. It don't matter that I'm working on 2 hours of sleep. It don't matter. A lot of shit that happened with me don't matter. My daughter want to have the most epic tantrum in the world, throwing herself on the floor. It don't matter. The show must go on. It's cool to criticize when you have other motherfuckers doing shit for you. And you truly don't know what it's like to fucking create some shit and do some shit and produce some shit and try to make some shit flow. They complain about the paid events too, but I get what you're saying. Niggas want their cake and eat it too. So again, with that being said, all that shit being said, because I'm over it. I've repeated myself too many times. Would I do it again? Yes. Who would I do it for? Somebody who asked me to. I didn't get what I was looking for. I got shit that I didn't really need, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's no use to keep going, ham over some shit. So give me a second. Y'all lives can do what the fuck y'all want to do with y'all lives. Bull's crashing out. Whatever. It's not a crash out. I'm very chill about this shit. Yeah, my time to crash out was right after the event when I saw the bullshit happening. Salute to rapper Stone for actually pulling back up to give an apology because he didn't know. Because he didn't know. I gave credit to Snack for making a promo video that was amazing, and it motivated me and inspired me to create a whole pre-show around the promo that he created. Salute to Yo-Yo for making the template. Salute to Yo-Yo for making the template of what virtual battle rap looks like, which allowed me to tap into creativity to try to do something different. But the template, the format has been created. And just like what I said when I went back to really go back and watch that stream when it started again, salute to everybody who had a talent and wasn't trying to showcase their talent because they're not trying to step on nobody's toes, but just because you shouldn't stop your shine because you can do something. You don't got to go out your way to try to advertise yourself, but there is no end all be all. People do have talents, and we saw that with this event. I couldn't have made the pre-show without Snacks promo. Hold on, who's here? I got you, BA. Hold on. Hold on. You know my template is fucked up. Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. My fucking shit be fucked up. There you go. BA.
What up? What up? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
What it do, Blue? I was stopping by just to say you did your thing and make you a new intro. I might need you. I might need you to make me a new intro when you decide to though. When you get the time and all of that, of course. I'm serious. I pay you and all of that.
No, I don't think I'm at the point of getting paid. I'm just doing it because I'm really just trying to get better. That's why I said I really wanted criticism from that.
Yeah,
And I think for me, out of all of that shit that happened, I hear what everybody's saying. Like, I really just wanted criticism because is it something that I be trying to do? And I never have nothing that I could present for people to criticize to help me get better. And I wish I would have saw more of that as opposed to I'm not a battle rap media expert panelist judge that I never signed up to be.
oh man, throw that in the trash. It's in the past. It came and it went.
It did. It came and it went, but I also felt like too, right, BA, right? Because you know me, outside of regular shit, I have to let a lot of shit go for a long time. And I felt like I did good. All the panels talking about this shit, I let all of that shit go. I ain't crash out not one time this whole weekend why this was a topic of conversation. I felt like once I seen everybody, like I have a list, right? Like once everybody go live and talk about the shit and do all they hating, now I can go ahead and talk. And my talking ain't really about what y'all was talking about. My talking was is there was some shit that y'all didn't know that I was doing that I really wish y'all had talked about because I do want to get better. I contribute more to the battle rap culture than a monetary gain. And I didn't get none of, and that's disheartening.
Well, all I can say is fuck what everybody else talking about. Fuck what everybody else think. Everybody that know supposed to know. Everybody that don't, fuck what they talking about. That means they don't need to.
Yeah, y'all niggas did that shit. Y'all took that shit in stride. Y'all said what y'all said, got the fuck out of there. Ain't nobody said a goddamn thing. And I'm over here like, but wait, I tried to do something. What the fuck? I get that. Yeah, yeah, y'all professionals at it, but that's the difference, right? Y'all professionals at it. Y'all are professionals. The caveat, y'all are professionals. Y'all are used to speaking your mind, saying what the fuck you want to do what you want to do, and then knowing that end it. These niggas gonna sit here and do what the fuck they want to do, and ain't nobody gonna. Don't do that, snack. No, I'm gonna time you out, snack. Don't be doing no flower shit. It's not even about flowers. It's really about. I got criticized on the position of my leg.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Petty shit. My leg was in the camera. I was not a accurate judge off of some shit that Twin pulled up there and said niggas ain't judging.
Yeah. So yeah, people are talking about why is she even up there?
Right. Why?
Yeah.
Why, nigga? Why am I even up there? Huh.
Oh, oh, oh. I know, baby. Well, that smoke, that's fire.
Production gotta happen some way.
Yeah.
Why am I even up there? She's an expert panelist. She's a commentary. She's a judge. Nigga, what the fuck? Yo, I seen the craziest of crazy shit. And like I said, and even if we cut it out from based off of the shit that I actually said, right? The only thing I made a point to say on a regular basis was people need to do better with their promotion.
Exactly.
And then
Which
I
was
said,
it was that was a good critique actually.
I wasn't up there to say nothing about what they rapped about. When I spoke, I made it on that because that's what was lacking, and everybody could have did better on promotion.
I agree. I agree. It was
You said what?
to as far as other leagues and things of that nature. Hopefully they continue to keep pushing that. Let's say that shit between battles.
I do hope that people start calling it out because what I do find to be an inconsistency that I don't like is if we could be on these panels, on these live stream chats where we talk about what's going wrong in virtual battle rap and how can we push the culture forward, is we're not talking to the chat. The chat knows because the chat shows up to the chat shows up whether we're talking about the stuff leading up to the event. The chat shows up during the event. Hold on, let me connect to my other camera because it's telling me I'm glitching out. Hold on.
Which one is
Which one is
talking right now?
talking right now? Okay.
If the
If
if
the
the chat, can
if
y'all
the
hear me?
chat, can y'all
Oh
hear me?
wait, I'm
Oh
off from
wait, I'm
both.
off from
Wait, I'm
both.
going
Wait, I'm
crazy.
going crazy.
Can y'all hear me?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. So if the chat is talking about the things that they don't like about virtual battle rap, and then they talk about what we wish we had seen from battle rappers, and the panel says completely different, that means the people on the panel didn't hear you out.
Yes, ma'am.
You said what?
I said I got too much stuff going on over here. I gotta get to this
Okay,
gate. But I appreciate you,
go ahead.
Blue. I'll be in the comments listening to you talk your ish.
Okay, for sure. No, I'm about to end this segment because I did say it was my updates. I did my updates. It's my rant. I finished with my rant. And now it's time for me to get ready to go start watching this court hearing and do my own thing without extra BS. Thank you, BA, for pulling up. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Peace.
So yeah. Um so let me
in that with where it was at. Uh, and back to on to what I already said my channel is about to be about and what I'm about to be doing. I believe we are on day 80 of the YSL Rico. And y'all know this is something I actually literally watch every day of this trial. I don't go live and talk about the trial one because I don't got time to. Every day ain't the most eventful days to be sitting here doing this, these recaps and updates and stuff for. So let's start off with let's see what's been going on this morning because I haven't been watching because I wanted to make sure I had something to do when I put it up in my head that I was going to do a live stream. And let's see where the court takes us. And then we can start figuring out what do you guys want to see more from me as opposed of prior testimony. I love cross-examination. It's better. It seems to be more natural as opposed to what people can manufacture when they're doing direct examinations and stuff like that. So let's see where we go with it. Let me add this, go there. And this is from today. So this is day 80. And this is the beginning of court. And let's see what happens. And then we can go from there. How about that?
All right, we're back on the record of the matter of the state of Georgia versus Khalif Adams et al. And 22 SC 183572. Let's see, Mr. Stillwell and Mr. Sharp, good morning. And Mr. Williams and Mr. Steele, good morning. All right, Mr. Kendrick and Mr. Weinstein, good morning. All right, Mr. Huey and Mr. Matthews Sr., good morning. And Ms. Love, good morning. Good morning. All right, now for the people that really make a difference. Ms. Knight, Mr. Kokomo, and Ms. Haltwinger, good morning, everybody. Okay, all right. Okay. All right, all of our jurors are present. Anything else I need to take up with you all before we bring our jurors?
That is a little ass kid. Okay, so I think I could be wrong, y'all, but I believe he is probably the youngest one involved in this RICO, and he don't even know Thug. Yeah, that's crazy.
Jurors out and call our first witness. Who's your first witness, by the way?
Good morning, Your Honor. Our first witness will be Officer Clinton Hayes.
Okay, all right. Anything? All right. Sergeant Ingram, summon our jurors, please.
And Your Honor, before the jury comes up, I just want to put on the record that we will be making that exhibit change announcement from the presence of the jury prior to the start.
The one you.
Prior to the start, Your Honor, of us calling Officer Clinton Hayes to the stand, we will be putting that exhibit change on the record for the jury, as we said last week.
Is that the one that Ms. Hilton?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right.
How would y'all feel if I speed this up a little bit?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. All right, thank you, Sergeant Ingram.
Thank you,
All right,
sir.
ladies and gentlemen, jury, good morning. Oh, that's come on. You can sound a little bit better than that. Okay, all right. Okay, much better. Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and call our next witness, Mr. Brown, did you have an announcement you were going to make?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, the state would like to put on the record that State's Exhibit 135 Echo Charlie has been switched, as the court is fully aware, to 135 Echo Delta, and that pertains to the 1990 phone records that we discussed on last week.
Okay, all right. Okay, call your next witness.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, the state calls to the stand Officer Clinton Hayes.
All right, summon Officer Hayes, please. Officer Hayes, good morning, sir. I'm up here. Everybody does that. When you get the witness stand, if you would be so kind and turn and face Sergeant Ingram to be sworn as a witness before you sit down, sir.
Yes, sir, I do. My name is Clinton Hayes.
So I have a question in the chat. It says, my question is, was YSL the ringleader or the fall guy? So I think what you're asking is, was Young Thug the ringleader, or was he the fall guy? Based off of watching this for 80 days, I believe YSL was a hybrid gang. I don't believe there's a Rico. And I believe because YSL was the bag and he had the bigger name out of their little clique. And there was some other things going on in Atlanta at the time with other cliques / hybrid gangs. I believe he became the fall guy. So I think he's the ringleader because his name is bigger, but I believe he is the fall guy in all of this because all of the crimes that they're listing in it, Thug don't have nothing to do with it. They can't tie him into any of it. So he's absolutely the fall guy.
Clinton, last name Hayes, Hays.
All right. Good morning, Officer Hayes.
Good morning.
Are you employed?
Yes, sir.
And what do you do for work?
I'm a police officer with the Atlanta Police Department.
And how long have you been with the Atlanta Police Department?
A little over 12 years.
Okay. And what's your official title?
Officer.
And what are your duties and responsibilities as an officer with the Atlanta Police Department?
Answer calls, write traffic tickets, directed patrol, stuff like that.
And
This is the YSL.
Yes, sir.
This is the YSL Young Thug Rico charge. If anybody's really been watching, last week they started getting into the bus shooting of Lil Wayne. While Young Thug was in Louisiana, Wayne was in Atlanta. His tour bus got shot up. They went into that, and they also went into Big Nut. The person, well, it was a leader of a blood gang who was shot and deleted, and it was suspected that YSL had something to do with that. Although that crime, they haven't got any closure to that case, that particular case in its own. But last week they were showing footage that may suggest that Birdman was behind that, because no calls was really going to Thug. They were going to Birdman and stuff like that. So it might have been some hip hop beef intertwined with some real city, inner city bullshit, but not necessarily. Like I said, they're a gang by definition. By definition, they're a gang. By definition, or by street standards, they could be considered hybrid, although not official. They could be considered hybrid. But for what a Rico is and what we know it to be, absolutely not.
What is a zone?
A zone is an area of the city. There's 6 zones in Atlanta. It's an area of the city patrolled by officers. And in each zone, there's 14 beats. And each officer has their own beat that they're responsible for calls or traffic enforcement and stuff like that.
Is a zone larger than beat?
Yeah, a zone is the area where all the officers patrol, and then the zone are little areas within a beat.
Okay. Were you assigned a zone and a beat in January 2015?
Yeah, I was zone 1, beat 109 on morning watch, so my unit number was 1109.
And have you ever looked at any other zones?
I don't know if this is even necessary for me to get into when they talk about Atlanta and they talk about these zones, zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4. or whatever. But let's just say for like a city like Cali, right? Like LA. So you got LA County. Then you have little sub cities within or sub neighborhoods in LA County. You got South Central LA, you got Compton, you got Inglewood, you got Watts. Those would be considered zones within LA. For Atlanta, right? Because demographics be changing and they call things differently. But for people who are not familiar with LA, it's kind of like that. You got Atlanta, that's the county, right? And then you got zones, which is Watts, Compton, Inglewood, South Central, Hollywood. Those are zones. So that's kind of what they're talking about when they're talking about in these demographics of areas.
No, I've only worked in Zone 1. I was in auto crimes for 4 years, and I'm currently assigned to the motorcycle unit.
And were you post certified on January 6, 2015?
Yes, sir.
And are you post certified now?
Yes, sir.
So I want to direct your attention to the date of January 6, 2015. Do you recall working that day?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. What shift did you work that day?
I was morning watch, which means I got in at 10 p.m. and left at 6 a.m.
And in the law enforcement community, what is a watch?
There are 3 watches. A watch is just the time that you're there working. There's morning watch, which is 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Day watch, which is 6 a.m. to 2 a.m.
So basically, first, second, and third shift, you know what I'm saying? You get the AM, which is everybody's sleeping, getting ready to go to work. Then after that, it cuts off, and that's when you get your typical 6 to 2, and then you have your 2 to 10. So it's 10 to 6, 6 to 2, 2 to 10. It's standard across all state and county officials. 3 times that overlap each other to ensure that there's always some type of coverage.
Evening watch, which is 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
And what zone did you were working on January 6, 2015?
I was working beat 109 in Zone 1, morning watch.
And excuse me, do you recall working in the general area of Club Crucial on that day of January 6, 2015?
Yes, sir, I do.
And do you know if on Tuesday, January 6th, let me ask this question. What do you recall about working on Tuesday, January 6, 2015?
That would have been a Monday night going into Tuesday. That's a night that Crucial was open, and it's always pretty packed on those nights. So around that time, they were probably closing and letting out the club. So I was doing a directed patrol in the area, just showing visibility, so we'd have less stuff going on over there.
Okay. What can you describe for the jury what a directed patrol consists of?
Yeah, directed patrol is just where you park, usually put your blue lights on, just remain visible. Usually do them in high crime areas or just so you don't have any crimes in that area or fights, just to remain visible out there.
In your experience being on on morning watch in Zone 1 on that beat 109, do you know that to be particularly high crime area?
Just usually when Crucial was open, there'd be a lot of fights in the parking lot, a lot of theft from vehicles. We had a couple shootings up there, and just around that time when they were open, especially when they were letting out, me and several other officers in the zone would go up there and direct patrol, just remain visible up there.
And when you say letting out, what do you mean by that?
Letting out clubs closing and people leaving to their cars or going home or whatever.
Yeah, we'll walk back to something you said earlier. You said that it was a busy time for them on that particular day. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Okay. What did you know that day or night to be for Club Crucial?
They called it, I heard it called like industry night. It was always one of the packed nights over there. I think they would have like boxing matches up there and it'd just be a lot of people up there at that particular club.
And then in what county is Club Crucial situated?
Fulton.
And is it still open today?
I'm not sure. I think it's open.
Oh, sir.
I think it's open sparingly. I don't really recall if it's open like normally, like they have normal business hours.
And I want to go back to you indicated that when you were in that zone on that beat.
Can I just start by saying I don't understand why people want to do stuff in Fulton. Why you want to do stuff in Fulton and DeKalb County, even Cobb County. Leave these counties alone. These are the counties that have a little bit more funds, more resources. I remember living in Cobb County, getting pulled over, cars searched, 6 police cars searching. They find weed, but they telling us right out the back they looking for something more. Like Some of these counties just got time on their hands, you know what I'm saying? And they got time. They got time. They got the money. They got the resources. They can do what the fuck they want to do. And y'all get caught up, like, yeah, all the time.
You talk about being in an area. Had you worked on in that particular area doing direct patrol before?
Yeah, I was at beat for a while, and usually we'd be in that area around that time. A lot of officers would be directly patrolling up there.
Now, on that evening, were you targeting a particular person?
No, sir.
Were you targeting a particular group?
No.
Were you assigned patrol?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember what kind of vehicle it was?
Around that time, it most likely would have been a Ford Taurus, a sedan.
And was it marked?
Yes, sir.
Equipped with emergency lights?
Yes, sir.
And on that day, during when you were on January 6, 2015, were you in your patrol vehicle alone or were you accompanied?
I was in my patrol vehicle alone.
I'm sorry?
I was in my patrol vehicle alone.
Oh, okay, okay, I'm sorry. I missed that.
I was by myself.
And were you in uniform that day?
Yes, I was in uniform.
I am now showing, preparing to show you for record purposes, states exhibits 2T, 2 Tango to 6 Tango to Defense Council, as well as states exhibits 7 Tango to 9 Tango as well. And I'm also showing 11 Tango,
Capo,
13 Tango as well. So
why are a lot of the police officers fat? Let's look at it this way, right? From experience, not me, because I ain't never been a police officer, you know what I'm saying, but family and stuff. When they get into the academy, it's basically equivalent to, like, not equivalent, but I'll say similar. It's basically like going to A training in the military, right? Like you go to boot camp, then you go to A training. You got all this stuff. You got to meet these basic health requirements, physical fit, agility requirements and stuff when you're in basic training. And then once you graduate, you go out in the field, right? So then they go into A training where they still have to do a lot of the work that a lot of these more seasoned officers don't have to do. So the lower you are on the totem pole, you start getting assignments that make you have to be able to do more. That's when you get the foot patrols, the bicycle patrols, and all that. Believe you me, somebody who's been in the force 2, 3, 4, 5 years is not about to be sitting here on a bicycle chasing nobody, on foot chasing nobody. That's when you become the driver and you are not the passenger in that police car. The one in the passenger is less seasoned than the one who is driving, because if there's a chance that you have to do in a pursuit, you stop and somebody got to get out and run, the driver cannot get out and run. So, and yes, yeah, that's a fact. There is still yearly requirements, but like I said, the more seasoned they get, they don't have to meet those same standards because, ideally speaking, the more time comes in, there should be more recruits who can fulfill those positions. It's all based off of needs of the agency. And if recruitment is up, you are never going to have to get a seasoned person doing patrol. That's the seasoned people start becoming detectives. You know, even if they're on patrol, they're driving. They're not the one that has to hop out and run. You know, it. You know what I'm saying? It's like career laddering. It's a seniority thing. That's what it comes down to. It's a seniority thing.
Chris.
Right, I am now approaching the witness with state's exhibits 2 Tango through, to be clear for the record.
Okay, two tango through 6 tango. What else do you have, sir?
I should have, I don't want to restate it for clarity of the record, right? My apologies. 2 Tango through 9 Tango, which is also going to be subsequently followed by 13 Tango. That's okay. I am now approaching the witness with said exhibits. Take a second, look at them, let me know if you have, after you've done so, you can look back up at me and we can continue.
Okay, hold on one second. Sir, you, Officer Hayes, you can
Yes,
look
sir.
at the exhibits. Just give us a second.
Okay.
Council, let me know when you're done looking at it. Which exhibit? Which? Oh, the one that's, which one? The one that's on?
Six exhibits, 2 tango through 9 tango, followed by 13 tango.
Yes, sir. I have.
Okay. Starting with stage 2 tango through 6 tango. What is depicted in those exhibits?
That's the exterior of Club Crucial during the day.
Is that the same Club Crucial that you worked at or near during January 6, 2015?
Yes, sir, it is.
And does the stage 2 tango through 6 tango fairly and accurately depict Club Crucial as you remember?
Yeah, like I guess right now, or the awning is black now. It used to be red, and those buildings to the side of it, those like shacks, they weren't there during that night.
And you're every time the state now moves to it, stage 2 tango through 6 tango to evidence.
Any objection, states 2 through 6 tango? Anyone else? All right, states 2 tango through 6 tango admitted, may be published as you see fit.
I want to turn your attention now to states 7 tango through 9 tango. What's depicted in those exhibits?
Basically,
That's a map of
basically
Donnelly Hollow area, beat 109.
of what the club looked like. I'm sure we're gonna see pictures.
Yes, sir, they do.
And you're on every time the state now moves to states 7 tango to 9 tango into evidence.
Any objection to states 7 through 9 tango? All right, states 7 through 9 tango admitted, may be published as you see fit.
And lastly, I want to turn your attention to states exhibit 13 tango. What is that in front of you today?
That is another, looks like up close map of Donnelly Hollow Club Crucial in the center.
And does it fairly and accurately depict the area of Club Crucial as you know it to be?
Yes, sir, it does.
Your Honor, at this time, the state now moves to admit states 13 tango into evidence, and of course, permission to publish subject to you.
Any objection to states 13 tango?
No objection.
All right, states 13 tango is admitted, may be published as you see fit.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So it sounds like the legal teams is starting to get. They've been having a lot of back and forth about evidence being admitted, what they do and don't want to allow, and it's been a lot that's been slowing down the proceedings of this. Like I said, we're already in day 80. They're only on their like 70th witness, 75 witnesses in. They have scheduled to have 150 to 400 witnesses. Lil Wayne is listed as a witness in this. It's still yet to be determined if he's going to show up or not. But they have Birdman listed as a witness. They've had so many artists and stuff listed, but they know for sure at least 150. They're only on like 70. We're still on the state's presentation of this trial. And the amount of exhibits that they've been trying to get admitted, like, it's slowing down this stuff a lot. So the judge has been threatening them with doing weekend court or weekend motion hearings. They have to stay later after the regular time of the court case, the jury being in the box. They've been doing a lot of that too. So from what I'm seeing right now, from what I've been watching, this is moving pretty smooth, because it seems to be like some drama every single time they want to admit anything in the evidence. There's always some type of back and forth. I'm going to have to apologize now, y'all, because I am running short on my time. So if I have to cut this one short, I'm going to resume it. I will make a point to try to finish up on this week for this week's worth of testimony. I'm going to let it rock out until I get ready to have to go. But I do got to go to work. I told y'all my time I'll be here for a little bit, but not forever, y'all. So we're going to let it rock out until I have to go. And I apologize in advance. I spent too much time on my other shit.
And Your Honor, I'm going, with your permission, going to approach Officer Hayes with State's Exhibit 13 Tango Alpha and ask a few questions very carefully with this. Officer Hayes, what is it that I have in front of you right now?
That is a map of Donnelly Hollowell with the Club Crucial.
Is it fair to say that this is just an enlarged portion of State's 13 tango?
Yes, sir.
And does it fairly and accurately reflect everything contained therein in State's 13 tango?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Is it fair to say that this is just an enlarged version of that same exhibit?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time,
I stand the objection. That was Mr. Steele. Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the state moves to request to publish states 13 Tango Alpha for demonstrative purposes.
All right. Any objection to states 13 Tango for demonstrative purposes?
No objection.
All right. It's admitted for purposes of demonstrative purposes only. Can we publish it so it can be seen, so everybody can see it, sir?
Sure thing, Your Honor. We can utilize the screen as
That
well.
would be great.
Fuck, I was muted that whole time. Let me just go ahead and say this thing. When the judge is sustaining something, the lawyer that is presenting the evidence that they want to, or they're presenting their case or the point that they're trying to make, when it's sustained, they have to scratch whatever they're saying, reword it, change the subject, move on, or find a way to build a little bit more foundation to get in the evidence that they want to get in. When they are overruling it, the judge basically says, no, that's relevant. You can say what you want. Go ahead. And the witness has to answer that question. I get that a lot I've been noticing from when I watch these court cases, and then people say, I don't even know what the hell is going on. Can you elaborate? Like, that's be the biggest question. Sustaining it, they have to find a way to rephrase and to get the evidence that they're trying to present in for the juror to consider. Overruling whatever they said was valid, they can go ahead and say what they're saying, and the witness can answer it without any edits or, paraphrasing or rephrasing.
Counsel, you're welcome to relocate around if you want to. That's your call.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, now showing you what's been previously marked as States Exhibit 9. Excuse me. And just a brief indulgence, Your Honor. Officer Hayes, what are we looking at here on, if you turn to the left, you can see utilize the screen.
Oh, okay.
Left. Yes, and be careful, you roll off of there. What are we looking at on the screen that is next to you on States Exhibit 9 Tango?
That's a map of Donnelly, Hollowell, and the area of Club Crucial.
And if that board is actually interactive, you can touch it.
Okay.
And draw, excuse me, using that pencil. Can you circle where you see Club Crucial?
Yeah, right. Right there.
Okay, and what is that orange street that runs in front of Club Crucial?
That's Donnelly, Hollowell. It used to be called Bankhead Highway.
Okay. And I am now showing you States Exhibit.
Are they talking about? All right, hold on, wait. Let me see. I want to see that map. Are they talking about? They say it used to be Bankhead, Hollowell. Let me see. Is that old? That's not old Bankhead. It's Bankhead, but not old Bankhead. Okay, because old Bankhead goes into Marietta. All right. So this is over kind of. This is kind of okay. So Blue Flames is on Old Bankhead, but like Body Tap was off of. Yeah. All right. Keep going.
Just 1 second. Okay. And Officer Hayes, what are we looking at here? On the screen to your left, yes.
That's Club Crucial.
And does that look like the club? Does Club Crucial?
I ain't gonna hold you. See, I ain't lived in Atlanta in a long time, but that looked like that used to be a TI spot. That actually looks like TI's club. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look. Keep going, y'all. Let me hold on.
Appear as it did to you in 2015?
Yes, sir.
All right. And now turning your attention to what has been previously admitted as States Exhibit 3 Tango. What are we looking at here?
That's a side view of Club Crucial.
And is there anything different about this picture of Club Crucial that was not there in States Exhibit 2 Tango?
Yeah, the awning was red back then. I believe there was a different front sign, and those sheds on the side were not there.
I had known it. I just had to look it up. Right. It's Tips Club. I used to dance. I used to go there. That's why when I saw it, I said, wait a minute, that looks like, yeah, that's the same one. That's over there by Body Tap. Yeah, I knew it. See, let's go. Okay.
On that sign, can you read what is in red?
Yes, crucial.
And if you keep it zoomed in a bit, can you, as you did with the previous exhibit, could you circle what buildings you were indicating that weren't there in 2015?
Sure.
Okay. All right. And if you will erase that. All right. We can zoom out this night just a bit. In front of Club Crucial, do you see any other things that weren't there in 2015?
Yeah, those gates weren't there as well. Okay. Those front gates right there.
Do you know why those gates were placed up? Objection, policy speculation.
I sustain the objection.
All right. If you zoom back in, Ms. Knight, on the side, please. Do you see any numbers on that sign on the pole?
Yeah, I do. On the pole, it says 2517.
Is that the address of Club Crucial?
Yes, sir.
Now showing you what has been previously admitted as States 4 Tango. Okay. Is it fair to say that this is a closer view of the shaded buildings that you described in the States prior exhibit?
Yes, sir.
And using this exhibit, can you locate where you were positioned as you were doing directed patrol outside of Club Crucial on January 6, 2015?
Yeah, I'm going to call that like the northeast gravel parking lot. I was kind of farther back in that parking lot, just watching the cars and watching everybody as they filtered came out of the club.
Okay. And was your patrol vehicle backed in?
Yeah, I was parked, and I was looking out to Donnelly Hollow when I was parked.
Is there any reason that you were parked in that particular spot?
They had a bunch of officers up front. I don't recall how many, but on the other side of Donnelly Hollow, directly in front of Crucial, there's like a fenced-in area with the sidewalk. So they always had officers parked in front of there. So since there were officers parked in front of there, I wanted to get on the side lot, get my lights on, get some visibility out there.
Always parked everywhere when it was a club.
What are you looking at here at this angle?
That's the front of Club Crucial.
Yes, it is.
January 6, 2015?
Yeah, that parking lot would be filled with cars. It'd be filled with people filtering out, and it'd just be very, very busy.
Mm-hmm.
Were there anyone parking the vehicles?
They'd have parkers, if I remember correctly, there's a little plaza to the left of that. So they'd have parkers come out there and like kind of valet their cars in that vehicle. But yeah, there would be armed security out there. Yeah, people parking cars.
Utilizing States Exhibit 5 Tango, can you tell the jurors where other officers may have been positioned at that time while you were working?
Yeah, on the other side of the street, it's like I don't know what it is, but it's a business, and there's a fence around it, and there's a sidewalk, so they'd be like vehicle or patrol vehicle.
I did. Let's see. Last time I danced there was like, I want to say like 2009. I remember I started when Tip came home. I did his coming home party. Tiny and Toya came to the Body Tap to do pole classes, so I did a pole class. That's how I got tied in with this. That's how I got tied in over there. But yeah, I haven't been. It maybe 2010 was like the latest that I was dancing there. But I remember, I think the first time I did, it was when T.I. came home. That party was lit. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, that was a lit party.
Vehicles parked up.
Yeah, I think I got recruited by his manager / Uncle Clay.
Down that sidewalk. It also, we put a vehicle on right at the intersection of Church Street and Donnelly Hollowell. That's directly across from Club Crucial there, because cars will be parked up in.
No, you're fine. I'm okay. And if you can point on the screen above, the screen, or you can States Exhibit 13 Tango Alpha, either one suffices, but can you show where the officers would have been based on your recent testimony?
Like I said, that's that business, and there's the fence. So patrol vehicles would be parked along this sidewalk right here. We also get a bunch of people parking up and down Church Street, and we get auto break-ins there. So we usually have a car parked on top of Church Street, and every once in a while a road up and down, just to make sure nobody was breaking the cars.
I'm going to hand you a marker, and utilizing States Exhibit 13 Tango Alpha. What I would like for you to do is to mark where your patrol vehicle would have been.
Sure.
At the time.
On this thing?
And for the record, Your Honor, I would like to say that we're going to have Officer Hayes mark an H where his vehicle would have been on the night that he was doing directed patrol on January 6, 2015. So you may mark that. Yes, sir.
I'd be in this general area right here. Right here.
Okay. I would like, using that same marker, don't close it, so you're still going to use it. For the record, would you please mark with a P1, P2, P3, etc., where other officers would have been stationed at the time that you were doing directed patrol on January 6, 2015.
Okay, well, I don't know how many officers were out there.
That could also be considered as hearsay. See, I want to know, asking them to mark where other patrol officers would have been, that could be considered hearsay unless they got some direct evidence that can lead to it. I really, look, y'all, look, I got priorities, so I ain't even gonna hold you like I can sit here and keep doing this some more. I'm gonna have to go ahead and listen to this, clip this up, make this its own pre-recorded, because there is some stuff in here that I do want to address, but I know I actually got to leave in like 10 minutes and I can't give it the attention that I need to give it. This was not one of my scheduled off days. This is, I had a little bit of time and I spent too much time on some shit that didn't even need to have more time of. So that's my bad, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to end it here now because before they start getting into the good stuff, I want to be able to dissect it and give it its just due. Look, I ain't gonna hold you. Other people in our sector is live now. They hit the live button a few minutes before I went live. So look, go ahead and tune in over there. Have a good day. Y'all do what y'all do. Thank y'all for tuning in with me because I know a lot of y'all probably really ain't into this. Maybe y'all are and y'all just don't want to say it. But you know, for those of y'all who are rocking out with me, I do appreciate it. But I gotta go to work. Stefan's birthday's coming soon and I'm gonna need funds for that. So I catch y'all on the next go round and next time I go live, I'll make sure I have a little bit more time to give this what it needs.